Every town has a place people avoid, not because it's dangerous, but because it reminds them of something they've lost. In the small American town of Maplewood, that place was the old public library. People said it was cursed. People said it was haunted. But the truth was far more emotional than anyone imagined. The Maplewood Library stood at the edge of town. Red bricks cracked with time, tall windows clouded with dust. No one had entered it for over 10 years, not after the accident, not after the lights began turning on by themselves, not after people claimed the library whispered their names. Parents warned their kids, stay away from that place. But stories have a way of calling the people who need them most. Ethan Carter, 16 years old, didn't believe in ghost stories. Life had already shown him real pain. His mother worked double shifts, his friends didn't understand him, and his father, the man who taught him how to read, was gone. The library used to be their place. Every Sunday afternoon, same table, same corner. One rainy evening, while cleaning old boxes, Ethan found something. An old library card. His father's name still printed on it. That night, Ethan made a decision. Thunder rolled as Ethan pushed open the heavy wooden doors. Creak! Dust floated in the air like frozen memories. The smell of old paper wrapped around him. Just 5 minutes, he whispered to himself. Suddenly, click. One lamp turned on. Ethan froze. Then another. And another. As if the library itself had been waiting. At the center table sat a single book. No title, no author, no barcode. Just a name carved into the leather cover. Ethan Carter. His heart pounded. This isn't real, he muttered. But when he touched it, it was warm. The first page read, "You finally came back." Ethan stumbled backward. No way. The pages began to turn on their own. Scenes from Ethan's life appeared, written in perfect detail. His first bike crash, the spelling bee he lost, the night he cried silently after his father's funeral. Then a line that broke him. You stopped writing after I left. Ethan collapsed into the chair. How do you know that? He whispered. The lights dimmed, then softened. The final pages appeared slowly, words he recognized instantly. His father's words. I was never in the walls, son. I was in the stories we shared. Tears streamed down Ethan's face. I miss you, he said aloud. The book responded, then keep telling stories. A warm breeze passed through the room. Not cold, not frightening, comforting. The book revealed the library's secret. It wasn't haunted. It remembered. Everyone who loved stories left something behind. Their emotions, their voices, their memories. That's why people felt watched. That's why lights turned on. The library didn't trap souls. It preserved love. When Ethan closed the book, it turned into dust. The lamps shut off. Silence returned. But Ethan didn't feel empty. For the first time in years, he felt guided. The next morning, Ethan started writing again. 1 page became 10. 10 became chapters. 5 years later, the Maplewood Library reopened. Fresh paint, new shelves, a sign above the door. Stories live forever. Inside, a crowd gathered for a book signing. The author smiled nervously. His name, Ethan Carter. On the dedication page of his best-selling novel, it read, For my dad, who taught me that stories never die. Narrator. Maybe places aren't haunted by ghosts. Maybe they're filled with memories waiting to be heard. If you believe stories can heal, inspire, and live forever, You belong here. Subscribe to Fictional Book Stories, because every story remembers someone.